do interfere with our sound system. Will you please join Mackenzie Lawrence in the Pledge of Allegiance? Welcome to 8th grade Moving Up ceremony, where achievement is recognized and accomplishments are celebrated. This is an opportunity to say goodbye to middle school and be welcomed to high school. After the ceremony, please join us in the cafeteria gymnasium for refreshments. On behalf of Mrs. Laura Marlowe, our superintendent, and I believe our board president, Mr. Paul Gilmore, is joining us this evening, and all of the board members, we do welcome you. Assisting me this evening are high school principal Michael Lockman and middle school counselor and dean of students Mary Sexton. A special thank you to the Moving Up committee who worked tirelessly putting this evening together. Tiana Marrero, Athena Angelos, Elizabeth Brown, Christy Gregory, Kristen Barkman, Samantha Levine, Stacy LaChapelle, Jordan Manor, Sean Strack, Mary Sexton, Jamie Armstrong, and Deanne Gregory. And a very sincere thank you to the middle school staff who were able to join us this evening. Your continued support in grades 6 through 8 is truly a team effort. Our students do thrive because of you, because of your dedication and commitment to making those important connections with our students and their families. Please know that you do make a difference. Mr. Ryan Blondo and the middle school chorus will now sing a selection.
academic excellence and extracurricular involvement has set the bar high in what it means to be well-rounded. In addition to finishing in the top 10% of her class, she's been an active member and officer in many clubs, including the National Honor Society, Math Honor Society, Student Council, Drama Club, and Volleyball Club. She has successfully competed at the varsity level in volleyball and softball and was selected to represent Northern Adirondack at Hugh O'Brien's Youth Leadership Conferences. Outside of school, she's a Girl Scout, a member of the Shazy Music Theater, Adirondack Regional Theater, and Clinton Community College Drama Club. Her record of ambition will serve her well as she attends college in pursuit of her degree in education and educational leadership. Your future students will be very fortunate to have you as an educator, role model, and leader. Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Burnell.
Good evening. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to each and every one of you on the stage tonight. For most of you, this is the biggest achievement you have attained thus far, and you should be very proud of your accomplishments. I have thought long and hard about what I wanted to say to all of you tonight as you reach another milestone in your young lives. I have considered what I wish I would have known when I was in your shoes and what I have learned in the 4 years since. Middle school was no doubt a large dive into new waters for all of you, as you experienced new challenges and obstacles that you had not before. After finally reaching the top of the food chain as 5th graders, you were thrown to the bottom of the pack yet again as 6th graders. In a sense, middle school was a run forward when you had just mastered walking. You have all begun to set goals and make plans for your future, both things you may have not given much thought to before. The paths you have taken and the decisions you have made have transformed you into the people you are today, and you have learned to fabricate your own futures without allowing other people to do it for you. However, just because you have begun to decide who you are and who you want to be does not mean that it will stay that way. You will all change your plans for the future a multitude of times before you settle on something, and that is okay. Even now, as I am about to cross the stage from high school to college and on to the rest of my life, I am not completely positive about what I want to do. I am sure you have all become comfortable with your classes, friends, and activities, but do not let that dictate what you do with your high school careers. High school requires more studying time and dedication than middle school does, and teachers will not hold your hands like you are used to. Friends will come and go as they please, and you should let them. People who are meant to be in your lives will be there, and those who are not meant to be in your lives will not be. You will learn to involve yourself in as many activities as you can that make you happy, because when you cross the stage senior year, these activities will create the memories that will stay with you for a lifetime, not the classes you take. Since I was in middle school, my life has changed immensely. I have faced a multitude of setbacks and failures throughout high school, but I have also had some of the best years of my life. I have learned that an acceptance or a rejection to an Ivy League school does not define who I am as a human being. I have learned that there is such a thing as having too much on your plate. Unless it's food, then there's never too much. I have discovered that the friends I thought would stay by my side until the end did not. But most of all, I have uncovered my true self. I have discovered who I am and who I am meant to be, and I cannot wait for all of you to do the same. There are a multitude of things I wish I would have known when I was in your position 4 short years ago. Mostly, I wish I would have listened to others when they told me not to wish high school away. When you reach your senior year, you will have spent 13 years growing up with the same small group of people you are used to. Leaving them is a terrifying thought, and going out on your own is even more nerve-wracking. I know that you probably will not listen to this piece of advice, but I strongly urge you all to do so. I certainly wish I had. Secondly, I wish I would have taken academics more seriously at the start of high school. In middle school, I coasted through without having to put much work into my classes, and I never studied. As a senior who took all college courses, I wish I would have picked up correct studying habits at a younger age so I knew what to do when more difficult courses came around. Lastly, I wish I would have cherished the beloved moments that I encountered while I was experiencing them. Looking back, there are so many things that I took for granted, and I would love to rewind life and experience them all over again. As I look at all of you eager to receive your middle school diplomas tonight, I have hopes for each one of you. I hope that you all succeed in your future endeavors and discover who you are meant to be in the process. I hope that you take risks and study hard and never forget to be kind to one another. I hope that you pass the expectations that not only others have set for you, but also the ones that you have set for yourself. Most of all, I hope that you are always happy with whatever you decide to do. To the class of 2023, you have done it. As you progress onward to 9th grade, I would like to leave you with a parting thought to keep in mind while you enter new territory. As Dallas Clayton once wrote, "There's times you'll be a sinking boat left adrift at sea, and times you'll be the ocean tide breaking wild and free. There's times you'll be a jellyfish, and other times a seal. Times you'll be a great white shark, and times you'll be a meal. There's times you'll float upon your back and wash up on the shore, but know these times will come and go, just like tides will ebb and flow. And though you won't know which you'll be, you're still a part of that mighty sea."
Students who are members of the National Honor Society are wearing the white stoles. Students who are members of the Builders Club are wearing the blue cords. And then there are students with gold sashes on, and they are our top 10% of the students in the class at this time. I'm going to introduce them, and I ask that each student that I call for the top 10% will please stand. Brady Bulris, Emily Griffin, Jenna Charland, Matthew Bulris, Mackenzie Vigor, Jenna Olston, and Haley James. At this time, we recognize students with the President's Educational Awards every year. Students who achieve 85 to 89 will receive the Achievement Certificate from the President of the United States. Students who receive 90 to 100 will also receive the Excellence Award. There is a pin inside along with their certificate. Achievement Awards. Julia Bosley, Delaney Collins, Gavin Gumlaw, Curtis Hearn, Jacob Onus, Joshua Calvitis, Madison LeClaire, Joanne Mead, William Schoonmaker, Ty Spoor, and Timothy Willett. Students achieving 90 to 100 in all quarters: Mackenzie Vigor, Brady Bulris, Reagan Burnell. Harold Carter. Jenna Charlin. Holden Dyer. Isabella Gilmore. Emily Griffin. Lillian Husband. Haley James. Seth King. Stephen King. McKenna Labarge. Kate LaPointe. Mackenzie Lawrence. Kenna Magoon. Riley Magoon. Dallas Misek. Jenna Olston. Alexandria Reynolds. Michaela Scott. Cody Tanzer. Tatiana Trombley. And Jason Van Valkenburg. At this time, we have a number of scholarships to present, some as monetary awards and others as gift certificates. The first one is the Barry O'Brien Scholarship for Excellence in Math and Character. It is in the amount of $50, and it is presented by Miss Samantha Levine to Grady Bulris. The Ross Funeral Home Scholarship for Excellence in Science and Character in the amount of $50, presented by Mr. Larry Ross to Emily Griffin. Two PTO gift certificates for excellence in reading will be presented by PTO member Mrs. Christy Gregory. Jenna Charland, who read 2,881,824 words, and Harold Carter, who read 633,192 words. The Wrestling Booster Club awards 2 scholarships in the amount of $25 each for active members who have excelled academically all year. They are presented by Mrs. Christy Gregory to Tatiana Trombley and Reagan Burnell. Inter-Homeroom Club has provided $20 to a person who demonstrates leadership potential, presented by Inter-Homeroom Advisor Mrs. Sexton to Jenna Charlotte. NFFA has provided a gift certificate in the amount of $25 to an 8th grade student who is active in FFA, presented by advisor Ms. LeBombard to Keegan Rio. The Builders Club has provided a monetary award in the amount of $50 each to students who exemplify the core values of Builders Club. They are leadership, inclusiveness, caring, and service. Presented by Mrs. Deanne Gregory, co-advisor. The recipients are Brady Bulris and Harold Carter. The Northern Adirondack Teachers Association Middle High School Water Fund for Academic Excellence in the amount of $75 will be presented by Mr. Craig Dumas, past president of NATA, to Brady Bulris. An 8th grade student has been selected in each course of study to receive an achievement award. As I announce each student's name, I ask that his or her respective teachers come forward to award the certificate. Please hold your applause until everyone has received their certificate. Math certificate presented by Sam Levine to Riley Lagoon. It's okay to hold your applause. There are quite a few to get through. Science given by Jamie Armstrong to Thomas Gillette. English given by Mrs. Kristen Bargman to Jenna Charlotte. Social Studies by Craig Dumas to Kate LaPointe. Academic Skills by Elizabeth Brown to Madison LeClaire. Spanish by Tiana Marrero to Michaela Scott. Agriculture by Karen LeBombard to Gavin Gumlow.
All right, Gavin.
Career in Finance by Tyler Pombrio to Jaden Chase. Physical Education, Mr. Dory, Jeff Dory to Stephen King. Physical Education, Jessica Barnhart to Jenna Olson. Music, Band, from Mr. Garrow, it will be presented by Mr. Blondo to Emily Griffin. Ryan Blondo for Music and Chorus to Tatiana Trombley. French, Kelly Carey to Kate LaPointe. Library and Media, Jamie Gilmore to Emily Griffin. Reading, Athena Angelos to Cody Tanzer. Accelerated Math, Samantha Levine to Mackenzie Beagle. Help, awarded by Pamela Bulris. Tiana Marrero will be giving to Delaney Collins. Art, Rebecca Dupree, given to Kate LaPointe. French, Heather Deans to Erica Goodrow. Technology, awarded by Penny Pombrio, given by Tyler Pombrio to Mackenzie Beagle. Reading, awarded by Nicole Connors, given by Athena Angelos in reading. 2, Nathaniel Clay. And academic skills, given by Stacy LaChapelle to Jacob Onus. Thank you.
We're going to break from the program for just a minute here, so thank you for your indulgence. I was ordered not to do this, so I'm not turning around. If I don't look at her, she can't be mad at me. Well, she's retiring in a couple weeks, so even though I was ordered not to do this, I figured she can't fire me. Right? Pam did say that this evening is about the 8th graders that are on the stage tonight, and that is absolutely what it is. We're here to celebrate you and all of your achievements academically so far in your career, and we're all very proud of you. And you're all pretty lucky to have had Mrs. Ross as your administrator, as your principal for the 3 years that you were in middle school. So if you'll indulge me, I'm just going to say a few words right now as she's retiring. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay. They're in shell shock still, I think. Okay. Can't hear me? Can you hear me now? That's a first. I was nominated by the middle school faculty to say a few words about our mama, Pam Ross. It has been an absolute privilege to work with and be guided by one of Clinton County's most respected administrators. Pam has been a teacher, administrator, and/or boss to many of us here. Throughout her career, she has touched many students' lives. We all have been commended by her, encouraged, and rewarded by her. and yes, maybe even scolded by her on occasion. In any case, these interactions were genuine on her part and meant to make us all better people. This is a woman that takes great pride in her school, students, teachers, and her family. I personally consider myself an expert on shoes. So it goes without saying that the pair that Pam leaves behind will not easily be filled. Although you will no longer be here to guide us, your wisdom, advice, and your presence will remain steadfast with all of us forever. Thank you, Pam, for always being there for us. We hope your retirement is everything you ever dreamed it would be, and know that you will be profoundly missed.
You will be missed.
Journalist Jim Watkins once reflected that a river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Perseverance, by definition, the act of persisting through challenge, has been demonstrated beautifully by two of these 8th grade students throughout their time in middle school. The first recipient of the Perseverance Award is Haley James. The second recipient is Nathaniel Clegg. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. In his quote, John Wooden reflects on the importance of remaining true to self, no matter the circumstance or the challenge. There are 3 students tonight who, in their own way, have demonstrated integrity of character and truth to self. The first, Brady Bullrith. The second, Kate LaPointe. And the third, Emily Griffin.
I'm asking you to help make this a positive memory for all students. Please refrain from cheering and making comments toward individuals. We understand that everyone's very excited and proud, but we want every student to have their moment. Also, please hold all of your applause until the very end. Each student, after every student has received his or her diploma. I ask at this time, last row to stand, please. All students on stage this evening have met the requirements to enter high school in September. Will the students at the last row will be standing and be prepared to receive your diplomas. Mr. Gilmore will be taking pictures of each graduate, so please pause and look toward him when you receive your diploma.
Mackenzie Beagor. Michaela Belair. Cole Billings. Julia Bosley. Brady Boris. Matthew Boris. Reagan Burnell. Alexander Bernard. Harold Carter. Zeb K.A. Jenna Charlin. Sophia Sherman. Jaden Chase. Kaylin Chase. Nathaniel Clegg. Delaney Collins. Madison Dow. Next row. Riley Downer. Holden Dyer. Jade Eldred. Caitlin Filion. Thomas Gillette. Isabella Gilmore. Erica Goodrow. Emily Griffin. Gavin Gumlaw. Kaylee Hemming. Curtis Hearn. Jacob Honus. Lillian Husband. Haley James. Joshua Kaulitis. Seth King. Next row. Stephen King. McKenna LaBarge. Kate LaPointe. Mackenzie Lawrence. Madison LeClaire. Kenna Magoon. Riley Magoon. Joanne. Dallas Masek. Derek Oates. Jenna Olson. Keegan Rayel. Alexandria Reynolds. William Spoonmaker. Michaela Scott. Nyasia Sebron. Arian Spooner. Kai Spoor. Aiden St. Andrew. Cody Panzer. Hunter Trombley. Jason Valkenburg. Octavia Wake. Timothy Willett.
Slideshow presentation. So if you students will take your seats down here.
I lost another fight.
by the way, compliments of Northern Adirondack Middle School, and Mr. Garrow will be receiving a copy of the video, okay, free of charge. And they will be in the gymnasium. Okay, honored guest, 8th grader, Mr. Brady Boris.
Well guys, we made it. We can check middle school off the list and now look forward to high school. The memories we have from 6th grade to 8th grade are truly incredible. But before we get into all that, I'd like to take a minute to mention Mrs. Ross. As all of you know now, this is Mrs. Ross's last year being the middle school principal at NAC. We couldn't have asked for a better principal, and it's an honor to be a part of her final 8th grade class. We'll miss you very much and hope that you have a very happy day. To begin, I'd like to talk a little bit about 6th grade. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were walking into middle school. Not getting lost throughout the school and adjusting to the bell schedule, probably some of the biggest challenges we've ever had to face. Then, on top of that, church school was every Monday, which added a crazy repeat period, making the days feel so much longer. But as the year went on, it became a habit. I'm sure all of you can remember the Greek god globe project Mrs. Blaze had us do. I learned quite a lot about not only the god I chose, Apollo, but also all the gods my classmates chose. Mrs. Gregory was the new 6th grade teacher the year we came, and she had us create a working volcano. I remember placing little animal figurines around it and having them knock over when we set it off. It was really cool. In home and careers, we got to make a pillow. I'd have to say my favorite part was stuffing it full of fuzz. It was probably the best project we got to do that year. The 6th grade field trip to Tucker's Farm was my favorite field trip in middle school. I remember a few of my classmates got lost in the corn maze, so Mrs. Blaze had to yell for them in order to get them out. Other than going through the maze, we also got to ride the hay wagon and play soccer and football. Now on to 7th grade. Mr. Strack had us do a ton of projects. The one that stands out to me is a personal narrative essay. Sharing them with the class was the best part, because I learned so much about my classmates that I didn't know. I'm sure everyone can remember the riddles and brain teasers Mr. Manor let us do if we had extra time at the end of class. It was always hilarious when he erased the E's on his board, which was one of his main pet peeves. His reaction was priceless. Mr. Dupree sure loves to sing, and it seemed that every chance he got, he burst into song. It always made our day a little bit better. I have to say that the highlight of the social class with Mr. Salmeyer was the terrible, the awful, the dreaded binder checks. Going into the year, everyone had heard a lot about them, but we still weren't quite ready. They were a great challenge. Our class with Mrs. Dupree was always fun because she let us listen to music while we were working on our projects. Throughout this year in 8th grade, my classmates and I have made some phenomenal memories with each other and with our teachers. My class had missed me in the first period, and almost every day when none of us talked for the first few minutes, she'd say, "Are you guys awake yet?" Most of the time we weren't, but by the end of the period, we were plenty awake. The highlight of the year in Mrs. Armstrong's class would have to be the Newman's Laws of Motion project. We got to make videos as a group that proved the 3 laws true. My favorite part was when we got to see each other group videos and papers. Who can forget Marissa, the creepy doll in Mr. Dumas' closet? Even though we didn't take her out very often during social class, it was still hilarious when he did. Mrs. Barkman will always be remembered for her bathroom and drinking policy. We'd ask her, "Can I go to the bathroom?" "I'm sure you can," she was fond. It was like a broken record. She'd always make us re-ask, "May I go to the bathroom?" I have to say the best part of technology with Mrs. Pombrio was making the paper airplane. Once it was finished, we got to fly them in the middle school gym. One of my best friends got his stuck on a really high ledge a few minutes in. Then, about 5 minutes later, another one of my classmates got hers stuck between 2 thin little beams in the ceiling. We couldn't stop laughing. I really enjoyed the CV Tech field trip because we got to see some of our old classmates like Hunter, Melita, Wayne, and Marissa. Some of my favorite memories throughout middle school are from the Olympics. Our grade level represented well in all 3 years. At the beginning of this year's Olympics, our class seemed a little less enthusiastic than we had been in past years. But by the end, when we got first, second, and third, we couldn't have been more excited. The most I've ever laughed in a long time was at this year's Olympics when Keegan and Jade were battling it out in music chairs. I sure am going to miss our end of the year field trips to Point Rush and the Great Escape. We had so much fun being able to spend time with our friends. Looking back at it all, that's what middle school is really all about, making memories with our friends and teachers. So, congratulations, you made it through middle school. We're about to turn another page in the book and are ready to face the challenges of high school together. We are the graduating class of 2023, and as A.A. Milne once said, If ever there is tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
Everyone I work with knows that I am a John Gordon fan. My infamous bus tickets are evidence of that. I recently read a book by Mr. Gordon titled The Carpenter, but it's really about being a craftsman or a woman. What's the difference, you ask? A carpenter builds things, but a craftsman or woman puts their heart, their soul, spirit, passion into their work to create something truly special. The truth is, it's easier just to show up. It's easier to go through the motions at work, school, sport, or a job. It's easier to be mediocre. But nobody remembers average. Going through the motions won't make an impact. Just showing up doesn't lead to anything truly special. It's hard to be great. It's difficult to create something truly special, but it's worth the effort. So we ask ourselves, if we work hard, will I be considered a craftsman or woman? The answer is no. It requires a lot of effort, more than effort. It's not just about hard work, it's more about what drives you to work hard in the first place. If I asked a group of people if they truly believed that they could work any harder than they already do, I would bet that everyone here would raise his or her hand. So my next question would have to be, why aren't you? When Steve Jobs of Apple fame was a boy, his father was building a fence in the backyard. Steve noticed that his dad was using the finest wood and applying special care for the back of the fence, just like the front. When he asked his dad why he was doing this, since no one would ever see it and no one would know, Steve's father looked at him and said, "Because you will know and I will know." Steve said that was a defining moment for him and is the reason that he designed Apple products with craftsmanship and care. When you are a craftsman or woman in a world of carpenters, people will clamor for your product or the service that you provide. The great news is that we can all be craftsmen or craftswomen. It doesn't happen right away. There is no such thing as an overnight success. You'll have to take risks. You'll fail. You'll learn. You'll improve. You'll grow. You will face countless challenges and tons of rejection that make you doubt yourself and cause you to want to quit. But if you truly see yourself as a craftsman or woman dedicated to your craft with a desire to get better, and you show up each day and put your heart and soul into your work, whatever it may be, you will succeed. And this is probably a good time to remind you as parents how important it is that we prepare our children to deal with that disappointment and failure that they're going to have along the way, many times over. Also, while reading The Carpenter, I learned a new word. It's called Meraki. Now, I know it sounds like Japanese, but in honor of Athena, who is Greek, it's actually a Greek word. And it means to do something with love, creativity, and soul. To leave a piece of yourself in your work. To leave something behind. Being a craftsman or a woman is all about Meraki. Put your love and soul into it. Leave a part of yourself in whatever it is you're building and leave something behind. Create something truly special that reflects the essence of love, energy, and effort. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Your message will resonate with those who matter. Surround yourself with people of integrity and remain committed to yourself. The world will be better for it, and so will you. At this time, I also want to make mention that while everyone is replaceable, even me, our heart still hurts and tugs when there's ever a time that we lose someone. And this year we lose Athena Angelos. Athena, you will never have to worry about being forgotten. You light up a room. Your enthusiasm and can-do spirit is infectious. When we had a dilemma, you had a solution. When something needed to be done, you did it. Whether you were spearheading the Giving Tree Project, providing clothes for a student in need, bringing in boxes of school supplies that you were able to get for little or no money at a yard sale, or giving of your time to make sure that a student passed, students knew that you cared and that they could count on you. You had a very lasting impact on NAC, and you will be missed. We also say goodbye to two high school teachers, Lori Lawrence and Pamela Boris, and we do wish them well. Once again, I remind you that high school is a new beginning. Believe in yourself, have hope, remain positive, and bravely face challenges, making people remember you along the way for how you made them feel. And parents and families, thank you for celebrating the end of one chapter and beginning of another, as their life stories continue to unfold. It has been a privilege to work with your children, with you, and especially the finest staff in the North Country. And I thank you. Rockland, I now present to you the class of 2023.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and 8th grade graduates. I'd first like to thank Mrs. Ross for providing me the opportunity to speak to you tonight. I would also like to thank the middle school teachers for all the hard work they have completed to prepare our students to be here tonight. They are outstanding and they deserve our recognition. I want to start by talking about how an end is also a beginning. I am privileged to be on stage tonight with Mrs. Ross, and unfortunately Mrs. Marlowe could not be here. Currently, Mrs. Marlowe is the only woman superintendent in Clinton, Essex, Washington, and Warren Counties Consortium. Mrs. Ross is the Albany representative for middle school principals from the Clinton, Essex, Washington, Warren Counties Consortium. These two great leaders have paved the way for our students to believe that if you work hard, you can achieve positions of leadership, and you have the opportunity to improve the lives of others and your community. Our students and our district have benefited from their tenure here, and I know I speak for everyone here tonight when I say thank you and congratulations on beginning your retirement. We will miss you. Now I'd like to speak to the graduating class of 2023. You've had 9 years to practice becoming the students you are today. The beginning of high school, like any new endeavor, is a time to reflect on the past. Think about if you are satisfied with the success you have achieved so far and make your plans for the future. Tonight I would like to talk about some things to help you prepare for your future success in high school. First, decide what grades you want, and remember, they count now. Grades you earn in high school are what colleges will use to decide if they will accept you. So decide what is important for your future before you decide that doing what your friends want you to do is more important. When you leave high school, you cannot go back and change your grades, so make the decision now that you will be proud of later. My next recommendation is to manage your time. If you want to do well in high school, you have to set time aside to study and do homework. In all the years I have been a teacher and school administrator, the most valuable thing I see students mismanage is time. Pick some time every day that you will sit down and study. Your time needs to be distraction-free and comfortable. Your friends will still be texting and on Snapchat and Instagram when you're done. So make a promise to yourself that no one will interrupt you in your time. Take some appropriate social risks. Join a club or a team, learn to play an instrument, sing in the chorus, or act in a play. If you don't try new things now, you will never discover something you love. If you think I'm wrong, think about your favorite musician, athlete, or actor. They all had to start somewhere and risk the embarrassment of being bad at something they love to do now. You may not be good in your first volleyball game, but I bet if by the end of your first season, you won't be able to wait to play next year. And hopefully, when you are a sophomore, you will see a new freshman that needs some words of encouragement from someone that now looks like a pro to them. Remember that along the way, you will have bad days and encounter obstacles. When this happens, assume responsibility for your own mistakes. Fix them and move on. Don't waste your precious time making excuses or blaming others. The sooner you become responsible for your own actions, the more time you have to learn new things. We live in what is referred to as the post-industrial information age. The important part of that term is information. And the sooner you become good at learning, the sooner you will be prepared to succeed in the challenges you set for yourself. Finally, I have to ask the parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, and grandparents, I need your help. In education, in order for us to provide the best support system and education for our students here tonight, we do need to work together. There may be days when we have to work hard to find common ground, but we must keep in mind our common goal is the success of our students. Congratulations, graduates. I look forward to seeing my new freshman class in September. I encourage you to remind yourself every day that this education is yours. Be selfish. Learn a lot. Remember to have fun in high school and be open to discover the really great student that you can be. Thank you, and thank you, Mrs. Ross.